Hello, hello. Getting everything moving. Hope you guys all join me for this one. Should be fun. Just doing my regular audio check. Everything sounds lovely. You guys can hear me. Hello, Mark. Thanks for being firsties. Aha. Sounds good. That's what I'm talking about, Mark. Always being there. Always around the corner. You're always lurking. Alright. Think I've got everything on here set up real nice. Looking good. I think it's about time we get started. Hello to everybody popping in to the TipsyTrixie Takeover. Yay! And today we have a very special guest, as we always have a very special guest. I'm very thankful you all could join me for this one. Appreciate you being here, popping in, doing those likes and the shares, getting more folks in here to say hello and watch the interview. Aw, Mark, an angel. Do me a favor. Tell Reaper that. Saga 12, thanks for being here. Hello. I'm just having you guys roll in. I'm going to get started here today in the beautiful city of Population 1. We've got our regular loadout space. This is really where we get the game started with everybody popping in, saying hello in the lobby, talking their trash to each other, saying hello, I've missed you, and all that happy jazz. Crossing over to Metropolis over here, the beautiful city that's been, oh, I never noticed that before. Did you guys notice these bushes over here? They're in the shape of the tower. Anyways, small details. Details. It's all in the details, guys. All in the details. Alright, so today on the TipsyTrixie Takeover, I've asked our interviewee to share with us their favorite spot on the map. And he's brought me over here to
Fling in the lobbies now, huh?
Poppin' Chicken.
Hey.
Yeah, I just noticed, I was like, woo!
Yeah, that's cool that they put that in the lobbies now for when it's like going into the custom games. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
Be able to explore more of the map.
It's very cool. I appreciate it. I think it's all right. All right. Well, there's no reason to be slow at starting this. We'll hop in. I'm going to adjust my height again.
All right.
There we go. That feels a little cozier. All right. So today for our interview, everybody who's popping in, make sure you like and share the content of both this stream and this gentleman right here, the Bearded Goat. Hello, how are you?
I'm doing great. Super excited. Happy to be here.
Yeah, and you're live right now, so I want to say hello to your chat. Hi, guys. And where are you streaming right now so everybody can find you?
I stream on Facebook right now, just on Facebook, but I do have a YouTube channel and I do have a Twitch. I occasionally post videos on YouTube, but right now my main focus has been Facebook. Okay, beautiful. Well, are you ready for all of these fun questions and games and interesting fun facts about yourself? Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I'm excited.
Awesome.
I'm ready to let everybody know about the goat.
Okay, let's do that. So I just want to let you know on my end, we've got several people rolling in to say hello. You guys are always welcome to pop over to the Bearded Goat stream. I absolutely think that that's important. Saga 12 Gaming, hello. Miss Misery, George, Mark Hurst. Thank you guys all for being early watchers in here, saying hello. Appreciate you guys being here. Miss Gunner, how are you doing? All right, well,
Mark's doing the dual play. He's always doing that. Love that guy.
Yep, that's what he does.
Oh wow, look, it's a bearded goat.
I think I learned it from him.
He's one of my favorite people to encounter in stream because like you never know when he's gonna pop in, but he always does.
Yep, he always does. I think I learned the trick of the trade from Mark.
Yeah.
So, well, let's go ahead and start up these questions. And Atheist over on my Twitch is saying hello to you as well. I just want to let you know I've got both going right now.
How's it going, buddy?
Yep.
That's my buddy Aaron. I like all them peoples. Everybody. I love everybody.
Well, here we go then. Let's say hello to everybody, and we're going to get this thing started. Share out the content. That's the idea of this, is to share about the game and the content creator. So,
yes.
The Bearded Goat. I'm going to call you Goat for the rest of the interview, if that's okay.
That works.
Okay.
That works.
Where are you located?
I am located right... I can't point with that hand. It doesn't do the point. Right there in Michigan.
Right there on the glove.
Right in the little crevice of the thumb. Yep. Right there in Michigan.
Okay, perfect.
Right by the water.
Perfect. And I noticed you you either missed a spot when you were shaving today, or there's some blood on your neck there. Just to note. Yeah, shoot. Yeah.
About that.
Dang it. I tried to dress to match you. I was going to copy you, and then I thought, no, I'd rather just dress to match.
There you go.
Lex _UK.
You know,
what's up, Lex?
You got questions about that? Yeah.
We'll talk about that. Yep, that's right. Okay.
We'll talk about it.
Do you mind sharing with us what you do for a living outside of playing this lovely game?
Okay, so I do kind of a mix of a lot of things. Before the pandemic and VR for me, I did a lot of driving. I did company driving, delivering lumber. Then I went into Art Van and started delivering furniture. And I'm a good driver. I liked driving. It was a great career. But, you know, started looking into, you know, like the future of it. And I didn't want to deal with the back problems, the knee problems, plus all of the time away from home. Okay. And that was always my biggest issue, is I always worked too much and was never home. Mm-hmm. And, you know, with 2 kids, it's not an easy trade-off. You know, I don't like being away. My kids are my best friends, you know, so like, and, so I this year, actually past 2 years really, but this year more or less, I've been trying to do everything self-employed, I guess, if you will. So anything kind of independent contracting, so forth and so on. I am a jack of all trades, but a master of none. So I do all sorts of home maintenance and repair, nothing automobile, but everything household.
Awesome.
I don't touch cars. I don't know cars.
Okay.
Cars don't like me. But I can fix everything in the house. I do all sorts of stuff like that. So I'm on a few different, like Angie's lists, a few different lists where you can do like home repairs and stuff around the house, little minor projects. I also do subcontracting for the largest firewood producer in Michigan and in Macomb County. So I make all of the firewood through a machine. I split it.
Oh, cool. Okay. That's probably very appeasing. Like, I think I would like to sit there and just do that and watch it all day. I feel like it would be calming.
I've said it to them. It's a very visually satisfying job to like, because I don't just like fill up piles. I fill up like hay wagons that like people would normally sit on for a Halloween ride or whatever. I fill those up with chopped wood for other people to go and wrap up and bundle and, you know, put it on the racks for other people to sell. We also supply a lot of the lumber that goes into like the natural heating and stuff for a lot of local companies and greenhouses. We're also a greenhouse as well, so we are attached to Nature's Eden, and it's the husband does the lumber, the wife does the greenhouse, and it all kind of coincides. And it's actually
I would love that. That's cool. Okay. Well, hello to Adwa Bone777. Thanks for popping from his stream to my stream. I appreciate that. Acknowledge you. X Scrubby, or just Scrubby, Abel, and Raging Handicap. Everybody who's popping in, thank you for joining me on Twitch and Facebook. And just say hello in chat, and I will let the Bearded Goat know that you are here. We are just getting started. Go ahead.
I also do door dashing and Uber and Shipt and Amazon Flex and I anything that makes money.
You really are a jack of all trades.
I do, yeah. I'm trying to do everything to where I do it on my own schedule. Like, I don't want to have a 9-to-5 job anymore. I want to get out of that lifestyle. My goal in life is to end up retiring as a nomad. That's where the goat beard comes from. You know, I started it and I'm starting it now, and it's going to grow forever now.
Is it
I'm
going to
just gonna
touch
let it
the
go. I'll trim
ground
it
and
up.
pretty soon you're going
It
to
will
be like
eventually.
a gnome in the
I said
wife's
the day
garden?
that I can use my beard as a belt is the day that I'll say that it's too long.
Ew.
Yeah, I'm inspired by Gandalf and the original Dumbledore, the original one, because his beard was so majestic.
Mm-hmm. Soft and fluffy looking.
Yes, just long and luscious and full and beautiful. And...
We won't talk about the cleanliness of a beard, though.
Look, I think I do a fairly good job at keeping it clean for the most part.
Okay,
but
so maybe the rumors are a little less.
You can do. There's only so much you can do. You're right.
Sure. Okay.
It builds my immunity. That's why I live forever, because my beard makes me immune.
Perfect. Thanks for that follow, VIP Ryan. Let's talk about your Population 1 experience. When did you start playing this game?
I had it on my wish list before it dropped. And then the day that it came out, I got my little notification thing, and I said, yes! and I downloaded it, and I've been playing ever since.
Okay. And then let's talk about where you came up with the Bearded Goat. I have an idea in my head, but tell us, where did you pick your name? What does it mean to you?
Okay, so originally, not a lot of people know this, but originally when I started my Oculus account and started playing Pop 1, I was originally Anthony Chambers 2020. I kind of wanted to go with my name, and my whole philosophy was in my games, when I kill people, I wanted them to know who killed them. Like, that was kind of the concept. And then I actually got a lot of flack from it because I love the game Ready Player One. And they always say you don't use your real name in the metaverse. And so I decided to come up with something different, and I decided that it had to incorporate the beard. So, yeah, and I went with the Bearded Goat because I'm a fan of the screaming goats and fainting goats, and I think that they're absolutely funny. And so it kind of the animal alone and the beard, and then the analogy with it all just kind of came together and fell right in my lap.
And that's why you got excited the last time in my stream with my commands, is that right? Because I have this screaming,
I love it. I absolutely love it.
Exclamation point Chad, CHAD. That is the screaming goat.
Spam it. That thing is beautiful, and I love it.
Well, don't spam it more than once right now, guys.
I'm not even gonna lie. I totally stole it. I totally stole the sound, and it's now, if y'all are in my chat, if you type an exclamation point goat, you will hear the screaming goat. I should almost clip my scream and do that, but it's gonna sound exactly the same.
Yep. Well, see, and I love the sound, mostly because, Reaper is my, he's either my sexy Thor or my beer belly Thor. It depends on the day.
Yep.
And I tease him about Thor all the time. So, like, when he watched that movie and the screaming goats, he was, like, mortified by the sound, and I was like, that's gonna be my sound.
It's so funny, though. It is so great. Especially if you can put, like, the actual goats to the sound. Like,
for real.
It's them. That's them. That's what they sound like. It is hilarious.
Sweet.
Do you ever see the one where the goat's got his mouth open?
Yes.
He's trying to lick the person with that long.
It sounded like you were making that noise in your custom lobby a minute ago.
I do. I love it. I do. I love goat noises. I love goats. They're so funny. They are majestic, misunderstood creatures. And I have the appetite like goats too. I'll eat anything.
Mow through anything. Okay.
Yeah, so it all is real fitting.
Perfect.
Timothy Moore, thank you, buddy.
Well, let's talk about, you've been playing since the get-go. What level are you?
Okay, so I just did the 24-hour stream over the past weekend, and I just hit my level 62. So I just got my gold Roy.
Congrats!
Yes, now for the long grind for the gold. Is it Anna? pull in.
Yep. And so when you were running your 24-hour stream, you had some technical difficulties. What had happened to your cord?
Okay, so all right, so this happens every stream. All right, so I play standing up, and I have a decent little play space. Like, I'm stepping side to side in my play space right now, and this is all my playroom. You know, so like I have a decent little space. I move, twirl all the time. I have 6 pulleys above on my ceiling to hold my cord to my PC that's over here in the corner.
Okay.
When I twirl too much, it gets knotted up here above me and slowly starts to pull the cord up and doesn't allow me to go down, which essentially almost hangs me in the middle of the living room.
No.
Like the pulley, like I can still move, but the pulley is trying to pull it up, so it's always pulling up my headset, and I feel like I'm hanging in the living room, and it happens every day. So I have to, after every game or two, I have to make sure I take my headset off and stretch out the cord. I need to get a new one. I'm broke, unfortunately, so I haven't been able to do one yet. My cord has like permanent creases in it where it tangles up. It doesn't even fight the tangle anymore. It goes to a knot. It's terrible, but it works. It's solid. It's held through. So I've had people say I'm surprised that cord still works, and I say I'm just glad it does.
VR Central.
Here, atheist, I'm going to go ahead and take care of that so you can hear the noise.
I got a cable suspension system.
Yes. Ms.
Did
Gunner,
you set yours up right? Because
exactly
mine has only tangled once or twice in about 4 years of using that kind of system.
I gotta do my twirly whirls or else I'll start hanging.
Okay.
Thank you, Freddie Jones, for the like, buddy.
All right. Well, we've got Ryan, Tatted VR, Adriana, Devil's Reaper, and Chris in here, all saying hello, watching the Bearded Goats interview.
Is that Chris Gattensby?
It's actually it's Chris Westbrook. I will let you know if the other Chris.
Just as good. What's up, buddy?
Let's see. I don't see it in your name, so the question for me is going to be: are you in a clan?
Okay, so here's where I guess it'll get a little touch and go. Because technically I was involved with Omega for a little while. But I did practice with them a couple of times, and I ran some games with them, but I never did any tournaments, scrims, anything 25. Like that. And that was like right around the time I had to take my break, my actual reality break. And you know, so I kind of fell out. I'm still friends with all of them. I just kind of fell out of being in the tournament setting and team setting with them. But I've also been talking with Super Nugs and AKM and my buddies, my good buddies, the people that I like to play with, are joining AKM. So I might go to AKM. I will also admit that I've had my eye on THC too. Just in case anybody from THC has watched, I'm a fan of what you guys stand for. Just saying. And I like some of you people's in there. I wouldn't mind joining in there.
Perfect.
But as of right now, I would like to say that the one clan I will say that I represent right now, even if I'm not technically fully in it yet, is AKM, because those are my peoples. Those are my boys. Got to represent the boys.
Beautiful. I love nugs. I love nuggies.
Yes, yes. Such a good dude. Awesome peoples. Love them.
Perfect. Well, I asked you about bringing me over here to your favorite part of the map, and you said Defiance, and you brought me right here to Pop Chicken in the middle of the park area, and we've got Complex behind you and everything. Why is this your favorite spot?
Defiance is my favorite spot because it's one of the areas around, you know, that hasn't really changed much, but it's right next to the change. One of the biggest changes part of the game. They didn't touch my restaurant, thank God.
I don't think they ever will.
I was really worried when I heard how close that it was that they were going to mess with my restaurant. But Pop's Chicken is still open for business, everybody. Don't forget the Tuesday sales, okay? Now, I think that it's it's a perfect portion of everything.
Okay.
I don't think you have anything too monstrously high. I don't think that you have anything that's too closed off. I love the in and out of the buildings, the running around the buildings, peeking on edge to edge on the top and trying to fight her through the windows is
so
a lot of fun.
So you must really like TDM when it hits here.
I do and I don't.
Okay.
I do and I don't, because I am not as good as a lot of people with the op. And I try to be, but I am not. And I got good graphics and everything. I shake too much. I don't know. I can't get it. I try, though. I will push as hard as I can with it. But they like to sit and snipe in this map.
Yep. So if you're over there... Yeah, so do you think that side has more of an advantage than when you spawn on this side?
Yes and no. Okay, so I'll give you my secret to this map, specifically in TDM.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever side you're on, take construction.
Mm-hmm.
Take construction and hold construction. Because if this team manages to get enough of their people over there, you're only going to get 1 to 2 at a time, and by even being a ghost and going as long as you can as a ghost to get as far as you can, you'll only get to the edge or just onto the platform of construction, which you're going to get maybe one person. If there's 4 over there, that one person can get back over there before anybody's going to lower the numbers enough. So I think construction is a huge player in this, as well as holding one of your side buildings, because like this team over here, we're talking on opposite side now, coming from that side. If this team manages to hold one of these back buildings right here, and gets like 2 or 3 in the back and one kind of bouncing between here and that back building, they can hold this spot down. Especially when silly people
I've
like
seen
to
it
use
happen
the jump
both
pads.
ways, for sure. Absolutely.
It all depends on placement. Hey, Chris, thank you for the stars.
What's up,
Poppin' Chicken Tender Tuesdays, dang right, Scrubby.
VR Central. Thanks, guys, for being here. Thanks for those bits. I appreciate that. So let's play a little game. You know the game well because you are in my streams all the time. It's not a secret that I am going to try and kill you. Just put it out there. I know you probably are mischievous and you already have a plan, so I'm just going to say it. I smell it. I know it's there. So how about a little game of the weapons loadout?
I'm ready for this.
Okay.
I've been curious to see how many of these you're actually going to get, because I don't always get to use my preference, and if it's preference over situation, those are all different. So
do you know how often I was in your 24-hour stream trying to run the averages?
I was picking you out. I was seeing you. I've seen you've been doing the lurking stuff.
I'm a very analytical kind of person, and I like to do measurements of all different things, including weapon style. I pull averages, how often you pull certain weapons, certain shields, certain types of shield, if you pull nades or not. I go through this, and I go through like what would be his loadout, and you do like to just pick up what is available. You're really good with different guns, so
I'm situational, but I definitely my preference is in my streams for sure, and I know for sure you got 1 to 2. Absolutely, I know. I know you do.
The one thing that I am not sure of, and I think I'm gonna go with the 2. I'll just say 2 instead of 3. Is the number of guns you carry. I'm not sure if that's correct. Don't share it with me, but
yeah, honestly, I'm not. I think that might depend on when I find them as well.
Okay.
I haven't fully decided this portion yet. I've thought a lot about this, but I haven't fully decided this portion yet.
Well, while we're searching for weapons, I want you to think about one thing that I'm going to ask you when we're done. It's going to be about the map. When you pull up that map, is there a certain spot that you would like Big Box to take off? And if so, do you have an idea of what you could put in place of that? So think about that while we're playing the game and doing our weapons, okay? What is up, Jake?
Right.
We are, and Mock, thank you for being here. We're going to go play the weapons loadout game.
Mark, don't tell her. You can't be telling her. Don't be telling her.
Yeah, you can come over here and tell me.
Mark's saying he's guessing my loadout. He's like this and this, and I'm like, don't be telling her.
Don't worry, they can share it in your stream. I'm not watching you. Don't worry about it.
I know. I believe you. All right, I'll do a little pod out to get some distance for us.
Okay, I'm going to go to apartments then, since I happen to be on that side.
Ooh, look at that. You're going to be all around all the good stuff. You're going to be able to find it all real good.
You can drop in the gun shop if that would be helpful.
I'm going to go to Kingdom.
Okay,
I'm feeling like Kingdom is the place I need to be for my stuff.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, that's the place to go.
Let's load up, guys. Let's talk about this. So, I have seen this, but I've also seen the other ones paired with it. So,
Roach, let's go.
Actually,
yeah, Mark,
like
please don't tell. I'm really curious to see
this.
how much of this she's actually going to get. This is going to be fun.
He's laughing like he already knows I'm going to get it wrong. Way wrong.
I know you're going to get, I know you're gonna at least get one for sure. You can't. If you don't get the one, then I'm gonna be actually upset with you. I might actually be upset with you.
You might have to kill me.
I'm sure you'll know it though. Yes, I will. If you don't get the one, I expect.
Okay. Guys, this is one that I do see him picking up regularly. Although it is not going to be in my loadout today. This is something he's very good at, and he does load up with it often, but he always trades it out if something else is available. So, I'm going to carry it for now until I find the right one.
I wonder what she's talking about. What is she talking about?
This is one of the weapons that I think I'm going to hold for him. I'm pretty sure that this is something that he likes to use. He's very good at it, and I would be surprised if it... Here we go.
Ooh! I'm still sore. Can I tell you? I'm still sore from that that 24-hour stream.
Yep.
Yeah, my arms and my shoulders, I feel like I grew like extra little muscles in there that like aren't supposed to be there. Like they're just sore and just they hurt for no reason. They're just being mean to me.
I feel like I should pick this up, guys. This beautiful gold PX4. I did hear something about him really wanting me to fill up my entire wheel with a bunch of PX4s. I did hear that.
Yeah, you know, the PX4 is actually a really cracked gun, I'm just saying. Anybody who watched your stream and heard your interview with Pink Ponage will know that. Yeah. See, you know what, guys? This is the funny part, too, is I'm almost positive she's going to pick up one of these.
Oh,
and I'm not. I'm almost positive you're going to pick up one of those.
Okay, chat. Well, this is the one I told you that he likes to play with, but this is the one that I see him often trading it out for. So
okay, we got to remember what those are because I want to know what that is, and I'm wondering if it's what I was just talking about.
Yeah, sure. I'll definitely. I'll give you my. Yep, I'll totally give you my analytics on it.
I am just missing 2 things. I got 2, 3, missing 2 things here.
All right. Well, I am just about ready. What I have to do is switch out one item. This is what I wanted to talk to chat about. Okay. So I said that I often see these together. I often see this loadout the most often. But here's where I'm going to trade it out, and I might make the mistake of doing so. We're going to switch this for this. And I know he loves a good one of these, so we're going to go ahead and go with that. So here's my loadout for him, guys.
Are you talking about the M60 over there? Because I'm debating on that too right here, right now.
Yes, I am talking about the M60.
I do love me an M60. I do love me an M60, I tell you.
M60s and PX4s. That's pretty much my loadout
Especially
right
with the trick and everything with that M60. It's just
Here's an M60.
It's pretty freaking it's pretty cool. And it's a strong gun. It's strong and solid.
I'm gonna head into the gun store here and see if there's anything to, you know, upgrade to. Anything prettier? That's really pretty. I do see him using this often enough. I'm just not going to choose it in today's loadout. I don't know if that's something that's gonna bite me in the ass later, but that's just the way I'm gonna roll it.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, here's a slightly prettier one. We'll switch that out. I don't see any
Graham, thank you for the light, or
these,
99
so
stars, buddy. Appreciate you.
I'm gonna head
Everybody
your
coming
way.
in clutch.
Where are you located?
Hold on. I am in by tower.
Perfect.
I need to reorganize though, because I haven't well, that gave you something, didn't it?
You guys are just joining. We're doing the TipsyTrixie takeover of Population 1 and our content creator, the Bearded Goat. Goat, where are you live? Where we can find you online?
I am on Facebook. And we are here at the tower.
Yay!
Whoop, whoop.
All right.
All right. Let's see what you got here.
One thing that I want to note, though. One thing I want to note.
Chris, love you, buddy. Thank you.
I'm not worried too much about you killing me because I did get you in a pubs game not too long ago.
You did. I even, as soon as it happened, I seen your name and I was like, oh my God, she sorted me. No way. That was good. That was good.
So that's why I put that out there, that I know you have a plan and I'm not going to be shy.
I do. And yes, he's
sneaky,
all,
I'm going to trap you in a box and nade you, and it's going to pop like a present.
Well, can I just say, according to my private lobbies that I was in before I came in here, I am a grenade attraction magnet right now.
Oh,
so
very nice.
You very well might get away with that. I was killing myself with my own grenades in lobbies.
Okay. All right. Well, here, let me just go ahead and do this real quick. In case you want to stand there, you know.
It's the grenade safe box.
Okay. Here we go. First item that I picked up and I was hesitant to keep, but I went ahead and did it, was the Cyber Blade. Do you have one of those?
Ding, 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 ding. This is the one I was going to tell you. If you didn't get this one, I was going to be mad at you.
Perfect. Well,
this is my thing right here.
Yeah.
Love it.
Lots of people are... You can put that down right here. If that's your plan.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Here, put it down right here. There you go. Sneaky.
All right.
Sneaky is he has a whole wheel of samurais.
It crossed my mind. That's totally a me thing to do.
All right.
Let's go.
For heels, I
Just
went with bananas,
trees,
not cans.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Look at you.
Okay.
Maybe I'm as predictable as I don't think I am.
All right. Here's one of the things that I was talking about earlier. I switched it out for something else. For your shields, I went with shakers, not cans, but I did make a comment that you carry both often.
See, I do normally carry both often, but...
Well, you went with the cans.
Chose me some cans.
Okay. Very good.
Because I'm a pusher, and those are easy to quick and crack while I'm flying and dropping down, and I can still run and climb with two hands and maneuver. They're a little slower, but usually I'll at least have four, so that's boom, 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 boom as I'm running away, and that's boom, 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 boom. You know,
now,
works out.
Your most often wheel that I see is actually the samurai, the nanner, the cans, and the shakers with two guns. So I just want to note that as I was watching you, both before your 24-hour, during your entire 24-hour, and up until today, you were carrying lots of shield with you. Any reason for that?
Yes. Okay, so the reason I usually carry a lot of shield is because I am generally a pusher.
Okay.
And so like I go in for my quick push, and I like to do the thing where I play with my food. Okay? So I'll go in and I'll swoop and go past you to maybe make you chase me while I'm shooting at you. And then after I get around the corner, if you didn't chase me but you shot at me, I can pop my sodas as I come back around the corner.
Okay.
And I'm healing and you didn't. So you usually
basically
can get
what
that.
You're saying is you're dangling the carrot and you're hoping that the person's going to bite.
I like my sword. So like I have a reel out there. It says don't chase the goat, you know, like don't chase the goat. I like it when you chase me. That's
Very
my thing.
smart.
I don't always win. I don't always win. But I like to run away. I get into my scream mode, whatever, and then I'll get into my little corner and I'll wait, and I'm listening to you fly in and climb up that wall, and as soon as you're right there, I'm chink, 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 I'm ready.
Perfect.
I like it. I like doing the sneaky stuff.
Space Roach, Psycho Turtle, Nightmare, Sonia, you guys, Jake, Mom.
Yes. Chris is dual wielding right now. He says, I have this on the TV and Trixie on the phone.
Yay! So it probably sounds really crazy. You better mute one. Thank you guys for all joining. Here we go.
Look, Barry, I'll tell you right now, I don't have that problem just from pushing, okay? That's a whole other issue, man. That's spelled with 3 letters. IBS, okay?
All right, second half of the wheel during the weapons loadout game. Here we go, guys. All right. I went with 2 weapons, not 3. And I went with nades. Do you have nades with you?
No, I do not.
Okay. You have picked up nades.
Say normally I like some grenades. But as of late, I've been trying to work on a couple of different things and a few different loadouts. And I found myself favoring something else instead.
Okay. Well,
I kind of want to see what other guns you got before I give them to you. I'm going to tell you what that last one is.
Perfect. I agree. Yep, let's do it that way.
Yep.
So this was one of the items that I picked up instead of holding both the sodas and the shakers. I had them both in my wheel, and I went ahead and swapped it, the cans for the nades, just by happenstance of what I've been watching.
I will say that if this were to have happened, I would have dropped the shakers instead of the cans.
Okay.
Because I prefer cans over the shakers. As much as the shakers do more, they take longer, and I want something that's going to be quick. And then, like, while I'm healing, I can eat a banana instead of having to sit there and shake it. But I will use them, especially when I'm trying to load up on my shield. I'll take both.
Perfect. All right, guns. Here we go, guys.
Yes.
I went with a P90. Do you have one of those babies with you?
Absolutely.
All right.
Yep. That's the given.
The next gun I went with, I actually was carrying something else first. I swapped it out when I saw this. So we're going to talk about what I left behind. I grabbed an RFB because you seem to be very comfortable with the RFB. And it seems to be, if it's like around, you're like, oh, hell yeah. I replaced it with the AKM.
Ooh.
Oh, I didn't do it. Okay. Show me that RFB.
See, RFB all the way, yes.
Okay.
I will even occasionally dual, when I do 3 guns, sometimes I'll do 2 assaults, and that's if I find a good enough M60. That's what I was talking about. An M60, because of those tricks and tips that I've learned about using the M60. And I found out it actually works with all guns, but it's just the most effective with the M60 because of the fire rate and the ramping and everything like that. But that M60 has definitely been a contributing factor.
Put it out here. Let's see it. Is that your last gun?
Absolutely not, unfortunately. My last gun here is the Magnum.
The Maggie. Very interesting. Talk to me about...
A lot of people are upset with the Magnum lately, and I get it completely. I understand everybody being upset with it. But this is my peeker's dream gun next to the CX4. I'll use the CX4 as a peeker, but if I got a CX4 and a Magnum next to each other, it's Magnum all day.
Magnificent.
Because I've got it down pat, like next to a T. Like,
so Is
I'm
there
still not perfect, but...
Is there some payback you owe me?
Oh, you gonna do it? You gonna do it? I was gonna let you have it. I was gonna let you... You better not! You better not! No! You better not! No! I couldn't get the cyber blade! You got it. You got it. I wasn't gonna do it abruptly. I'm not rude.
I am. Woo!
Good game. Good game. Oh, that was fun. We love it. We became friends because of nades. That's exactly right, Chris. This is exactly right. Chris Gattensby in my chat here says that we became friends because of nades, and that's exactly right.
Okay.
He is one of the best friends that I've never met. I've been playing with him for over a year and a half now, playing Pop 1. We've rose the grind from Roy's to Ace, and it's been an absolute blast. I posted on Facebook in one of the groups about being a nader and wanted to be able to play with people more regularly, and he was like, me too, bro, let's do it, and we've been best friends ever since. He is the best friend that I've never met, and I absolutely love that man.
Love it.
Dino Duck, freaking love you, dude.
Awesome. Well, I asked you a question before we went into our weapons loadout game about the map. So I'm going to pull up the map here next to you, where it'll be next to you, I promise, but you can't see it, of course. Talk to me a little bit.
Your hand was like perfect for my map.
Perfect. Yeah. So let's talk about the map. Is there a place on there that Big Box should maybe put the giant white eraser to?
I'm gonna go ahead and I'm pretty much gonna agree with everybody else and say that the Dead River is just kind of blah.
Okay. So up here, guys.
Yeah, I think that Dead River up at the top here is just... It's too empty and there's not enough there, and I understand the purpose of it, but I kind of thought that when they turned it into the Dead River as it is now, because it wasn't always like that, that they were going to do something with it. Actually,
the zone was actually running through it, and you couldn't get to it like you can now. I remember that.
Yeah, and so I think that they should do something else with that, and but as for what, I'm not 100% sure, because I think if you're going to pull that out of there, you got to do something that's going to like work with the fact that there is a whole town, a factory, and a cemetery.
Eloyus 23.
You got Metropolis is the whole town. Like I think of
Eloy
it as
in the
like
tree
a whole
again.
city. Like I love Metropolis. Metropolis is a whole city to me. You know, like you think of Outpost as the White House. Kingdom, you know, Kingdom is no, Kingdom would be the White House, wouldn't it? Outpost is command center. That's like the government where the stuff goes down and everybody talks about it. But you got the whole Defiance is the town. You know, then Metropolis, the shopping center complex is where everybody works, and cemetery is where everybody goes, you know.
Or doesn't go anywhere.
If they did something with Dead River, I think that they should actually do something like a whole I don't know. I got nothing.
All right.
Like a big building, something tall, something to give it I think they should do something else tall. Maybe not as tall as the back building in the back or tower, but something tall to be able to, I don't know, see and traverse the area quicker, I think.
Okay,
maybe.
Sounds good. Maybe a giant like climber that has lots of angles on it and stuff. That might be fun.
No, I think they should just put a giant wacky wavy inflatably armed tube guy there, and he should just constantly be just flapping away.
A banana. A flapping banana.
Giant, wacky, wavily, inflatably armed banana. That's really hard to say. I just want to say that's very difficult
That's so
to say.
funny. Graham, Gia-Man, thank you guys for being here. I've got the Bearded Goat. He is live right now. You can go catch his content.
Absolutely.
Tell us where we can find all of your content, the Bearded Goat.
I am on Facebook. You can also find me on YouTube and Twitch, but I only live stream to Facebook right now.
Perfect. Okay. Let's get back into the talk about weapons. Is there any weapon here that you have any little secrets with that you can share with me?
Absolutely. I think that the sword is one of my niches.
Okay.
I am not the best. I like it when people say stuff like that, but I'm nowhere near the best with the sword. I'll give a shout out right now. Freddy6 will kick my ass with the sword.
Freddy!
Freddy6 will kick my ass with the sword. He's good, and he's funny, and he's competitive, and that's why I like him. He's funny and he's competitive. He's not heavy-hearted about anything. It's just he's fun, and I always talk about him, the fact that he sounds like he has a mullet and drives a Bronco. And so, like, just picking on him and having fun. So I'll be like, "How's your Bronco and your mullet going?" You know, like. But then he shoots me with the off with no scope, and
and
like,
then he giggles right back.
So,
Gotcha, buddy.
So he gets it back. Barry says Wachu is the best with the sword. I mean, I haven't died by Wachu by the sword yet, so I can't say that. However, I did kill Ryan VIP the other day with a sword, and that made me feel really fucking good because he didn't get to op me. He didn't get to op me, and I was so terrified that entire match that I was gonna get no scope from
That's hilarious.
the map and be turned into a clip. And I was like, "Oh God!" And I held my ground and sat there, and he pushed me, and good job.
Very cool. Nice work.
It was great. I got so stoked when it happened too. But yeah, so the sword is my niche, and when it comes to the sword, a lot of people will start running forward, and as they're slashing, they're just trying to run forward, and that's one of the big problems with a lot of people is when you're slashing and running, you are now officially running at the same speed as everybody else running around with nothing or a gun in their hand.
Yep.
You lost that 20% movement speed because you're slashing. So now you're not going to catch up, and that's why when people are running backwards and you're running at them slashing, that's why they can continue to shoot you and you not hit them with that sword, because you're moving as fast as they are, not any faster. So
what's the suggestion for that if you're running at somebody with a sword? Put the sword away?
No, so you definitely want to hold it out, because if you put the sword away, you lose that 120% movement speed. You keep it out, and what I do is I'll hold it out in front of me, and I'll point it at them, pretty much. And I'll know from how far away that point is to that person about where I'll hit them. So I'll start swinging when my sword is about from here to you, because then I have, with ping reason, because ping is always taken into account, I should be able to, within the first 3 slices, start to make contact. And if I don't, then I stop for a second and continue to go forward and then do it.
Okay.
But when you're slashing, you lose that movement speed, and that's a lot of people's kryptonite.
All right. Gregor, Paula, Ray, and Mad Daz, hello. Thank you for joining me on Facebook and Twitch, everybody. I see you in both places. I see you. We're talking with the Bearded Goat, and he's about to show me what is your least favorite weapon.
My least favorite weapon is that dang DT. I don't like it. I don't like it. I'm not a fan. I can get this down pat in lobby all day long. But I go into game and see, I can do it on accident. But in game it's just this. It's this and why? While I'm getting tore up. Like I can never get it down pat, and it drives me nuts.
It is the same with me. Like it, I feel you there. It is the same.
When Pink said that the M10 is just as good, I was like, yes, thank God, and I just started using the M10. I was like, fuck the DT, don't want it no more, don't like it.
Yep, that is me. I practice in the lobbies. I've gone to the training park. I master it as best as I can, and then I get into a game, and it's shit. So... well.
Do you know about the M60 trick as well?
The thing I know about the M60 is to start shooting it before you plan to make contact. Is that what you're thinking?
Essentially, yes, but it's a little more to it than that. A little more to it than that. So, here. I didn't mean to grab all that. Grab that M60. Okay. Now... when you're coming over here, when you got the M60 out, hold on, 1 second. Let me grab.
Where's it going, guys?
I dropped all the ammo for
I know
you.
you gave me both boxes.
So, when you got the M60 out, you want to fire it, get it into full ramp and stick it into a wall. Stick it into the ground. Walk around with it in the ground.
What does it do?
When you pull it out of the ground,
oh,
it's full ramp.
Oh.
You don't have to re-ramp it up.
Yeah! Sorry, got really excited.
You're good. No, I got excited when I learned that trick too. So start it up and then stick it in the ground and wait for someone to push you, because then your 23 like this is doing just as much as doing twice as much as their AKM when they're pushing in, as long as you're hitting all your shots. Hit a couple of headshots with your 27, and yeah. So the M60 has really started to be one of those guns that I look twice at.
Okay.
Because if I'm in a close quarter pickle stickle in frickin' Frontier or Plains, that M60 will come in clutch because it'll hold somebody in a spot.
I can tell you that,
especially when zone's small.
I am afraid to pick up the M60 during squads, but in a custom room where the choice is like only M60s, I'm always at the top of the board every single time. In sweaty customs too.
Whenever I pick it up and I decide to make it my main run gun, I call it the Bubble Special, and that's because Atomic Bubbles has been a huge fan of that gun since it's been released. And he loves that gun, and now whenever I pick that gun up or see that gun, I cannot not think of him. So it's called the Bubble Special.
Perfect. I like that. All right. Okay. Do you organize your weapon wheel?
Absolutely. Graham, you like that M60 trick, bud? I'm telling you, it's a game changer. And you could crouch and stick it in the ground, the end sits in, and it's absolutely beautiful.
Yeah,
But
on my side, people in chat are saying the same thing.
I'm telling you, he was right. You need to spend time organizing your wheel.
I tried. Did you watch my last couple of streams? I tried. I took the time, and I was like, ugh. The whole time I was grunting.
Learn your placement. You'll get there. It just takes repetitive and learning it. I don't know if you heard me, but before we met up, I was like, hold on, I got to reorganize this because it was driving me nuts. I just picked it up as I seen it. And so, yes, everything has a place, because in the middle of combat, when you're pushing in, Havix was right. That swipe out, boom, to pull out that one gun that you need, or that specific scenario. Like, that's why I get my sword out so quickly. It's because it's always in that same spot. It's where the M60 is right now. So it's always in that same spot. You know, it's and especially if you use it and hold it, hitting that A button will just pull it out automatically anyway. So if you're somewhere and you're in a corner pulling that sword out, put it away, so that way you don't accidentally move and go slink.
Okay.
And then when you hear them coming, hit that button and pull it out.
I will keep trying. I will keep trying.
You'll get there.
Okay.
You'll get there.
Do you have a weakness to share, other than anytime you get in a lobby with TipsyTrixie, she kills you? Any other weaknesses?
I do have a weakness. I have a few weaknesses, actually.
Okay.
Oppers, you little peekers. You guys little peeky McGee's. You guys, I'm a pusher, and if you got the right spot and you're up high and you got the right cover, I can't push that all the time. So, and I am not a patient being. I don't like to wait. I'm like, I'll take my chance and I'll push you. And I've gotten a lot better with builds. Builds are, I cannot stress them enough. Be a build hog. Grab all of the builds that you can grab and have them and learn to utilize them, because there's been so many situations where me in a situation right here where this, unfortunately everything disappears, of course, but the spam building and just climbing up, making myself a whole tunnel to build up and over to something has saved my butt.
Okay.
Another one of my reels where I spam building and I'm like on the other side of the Pop 1 sign, actually, in the road by the rocks, and I spam built and put myself all the way up to the top of the sign, so that way I was above them instead of level with them. So then now I had high ground, and I spam built myself all the way up there. It took maybe like 40 damage. But
very smart.
Spam building and going crazy and building up, and people, people don't always expect it or don't know what to do. So they'll focus on another person because they think you're running away when really I'm building up to get high ground. And so
Yeah.
builds are essential. Learn the builds. Builds are essential.
Let's talk about the content that you create, all the reels that you create, learning lessons and things like that. But you're also a great funny streamer. You have a great personality for it. Why do you stream?
All right. So this was one of my favorite questions that it was in your list of questions. I stream because I don't have a social life. And that sounds a little bad, but I am a homebody, and I struggle with anxiety, and I don't like to be that guy that's all, you know, like, oh, I'm anxious and anxiety and this and that. I deal with it on my own. I'm one of those guys. I play video games and I stay at home. I don't have to go out to have fun and to do things. You know, that's the amazing thing about virtual reality. And so for the longest time, I was just a homebody who, if people didn't come over, I didn't see people. I go to work and I come home. And so when I bought my virtual reality and started getting into virtual reality and playing games and encountering people like this and talking with people and stuff, it really opened me up and allowed me to be comfortable in my own living room.
Yeah, because so you seem like a very social, kind of outgoing guy. So for you to be the homebody, it's like, really? Because you seem so extroverted. So, yeah.
You know, and that's funny. I tell people that all the time. I am super duper shy and very, very, what do they call that? Reclusive, I guess. However, if I like you and I'm comfortable around you, I will talk your ear off.
Woo! He likes me. He likes me.
The most exuberant. Yes, absolutely. I will be one of the most The Pop 1 community. I will be one of the biggest people to say this. That the Pop 1 community has truly been some of the biggest mental health supporters without even trying. Like, I don't talk about this stuff, and I really had to talk myself into even talking about it now. Because it is a real struggle with me. But thank God for virtual reality, because it's really, it's given me friends.
Yeah.
Like, I've had friends before, but like it's given me people that check up on me, that like what I do, that want to talk with me and be around me. And my buddy Chris checks up on me on a regular basis, and we talk all the time. You know, like, half of my best friends are in the UK, and I've never met them, and they show me more love than I think I've ever felt from people in my real life. You know, and so the Pop 1 community has been amazing to me, and I cannot thank all of them enough.
And it also gives us the opportunity to have an alter ego. And I describe this very much like you are a content creator. There is a character that goes along with the bearded goat. It's not the person that you meet going into a grocery store in real life. It provides you the safety net that you might need in order to be who maybe your true personality that wants to come out and shine, or maybe that personality you cannot be when you're at work because you have a professional role or maybe a teacher or whatever. There's a lot of opportunity for that alter ego to just bust out and shine. So that's why we watch The Bearded Goat, though. It is a personality type that it's attractive, honestly. It's just like you start watching your content and it's like sticking to it like glue. So
it's virtual reality. Like, I can't even talk. I talk about virtual reality to people that are just passerbys to me. Like I said, if I'm comfortable and people talk with me, I'll talk their ear off. And I'm very passionate about virtual reality. I have a friend of mine who's actually trying to get like Roblox and Minecraft and stuff working for her kid on his quest for Christmas and getting everything set up. and she's been struggling like crazy, and so I've been bouncing back and forth with her trying to make sure that everything's working, so that way on Christmas he's got some Roblox to play on VR and stuff like that.
Nice. Yeah.
It's not even just about Pop 1. I absolutely love Pop 1, but virtual reality is so much more than just a gaming hub. Even like there's so much to virtual reality, and I love the fact of all the possibilities. It's absolutely endless. I have seen some amazing things from some amazing people in virtual reality.
Yep.
And I think we are only in the beginning of the future of entertainment and gaming and all of it. It's only the beginning.
Pretty soon, like, put your hand up. Pretty soon, with the right abilities or the right suit or the right touchpads, you will be able to feel this.
Yep. Oh,
Yep.
Absolutely. It's already almost in the works. Or it's already in the works. And like they have gloves and everything that have sensors and stuff like that. It's about what games will be compatible with it. But oh my goodness, yes. They like the fact that you see Wesley with his haptic suits and stuff like that. They have that stuff right now already.
They're on the way.
Gloves, they have the footwear, they have I want that track. What is that? It's like straps you on your waist, and it's got like a bowl
Ready
underneath
Player
you.
One that you're talking about.
Yeah, I want that so bad.
Well, and there is another world out there called Neo that is kind of up and coming, and it's got a lot of cool stuff happening in it. So I look forward to learning more about the creations that they come up with. So, yeah. Let's talk about those people that you were talking about, though. The ones that you have found your niche with, the people that have made a huge impression on you and that you stick with them, your teammates. How do you pick your teammates? How do you decide who you're going to jump in and play with?
Okay, so I usually don't mind playing with anyone as long as you're not toxic, or belligerent, crossing that awkward line, like as long as you're not like that, I'll play with anyone. I don't even mind playing with kids. I guess the deeper the voice for the kid, the better for me, just because, high pitch. I have sensory issues. High pitched noises are not exactly fun to hear for me.
Well,
However,
I pass for a 12-year-old boy sometimes. I'm just saying.
I know my scream is super high pitched, and I do that quite a bit. So I understand that there's give and take here. But I have encountered some amazing kids that are cracked at this game. Name drop us a couple: Bibble Bobble, Parker, No Chill Will, like all some cracked kids at this game. But when it comes to me and I'm streaming, I don't play the game and not stream. If I'm gonna play, I stream. Only when I was taking my break did I ever hop on and play and not stream, and that was when I had the opportunity to play every once in a while, and I wasn't streaming. But now, anytime I play, I stream, because I figured I can only have 3 people in my squad, okay? But I want my homeboys to be able to talk and conversate with me, and
I
my
like
homegirls
that.
too. You know, so I want them to be able to hang out with me. I stream for mental health, and so the more people and the more interaction that is in the stream, the way better I'm feeling.
I just want to point out that you are good at reading chat. You are good at keeping up and reading chat. So that's something that a lot of us haven't picked up on very well, or we pick up on once in a while. Like right now I'll be like, oh, happy Nike Thailand, Plato's Cave, Laura, Matt, thanks for jumping in. But it's been a while. But you literally, I mean, not for the interview, but you are literally checking it almost as much as Space checks it. You are really good at keeping up.
Can I name drop him too? Space is absolutely amazing. Okay, so I've started adding more alerts and sounds and different sounds and stuff to my stream, because my stream was fairly bland. It was, a couple of basic sounds, and that was really about it. Nothing really cool. But I absolutely love, like, Wesley Snipes and Space Roach. They have some really cool stuff that they do with their streams. And I hopped into Space Roach's stream one time, and it was when he had turned on his star commands to whenever he got stars, it was Hank Hill going, I'm going to go down to the Taco Bell and get me a ball blast. And I just started dying.
You just said that
dying
perfect.
Because it was like, they are brilliant, and it's just one after another, and he was getting blown up that day. So it was just constantly Hank Hill, and I'm just dying, and I'm like, I need this in my life. I need these commands. I need to do more fun stuff. So I actually got the pleasure of doing a video chat with him, and I got to see the man behind the lenses. I thought that was super cool. I was like, you got a face, bro. Like, I always see a VR headset there. It's nice to see your eyeballs. Like,
Yep.
you
Human.
know, and,
You're not a bot.
He hooked me up with a bunch of stuff to help me out and get my stream kind of... There it is, Mark. You got it. You're the first one to use that command, actually, speaking of commands. Hey, Link, what's up? But, yeah, so, like, I started incorporating new keywords and, you know, like, commands and stuff in the command. I started using Knoxbot, which is super cool. I didn't know about that, which is super awesome. And coordinating everything with my stream. And now I start to do, like, other things. Like, so I was talking with Hater, and he told me, he kind of displayed his thoughts on things, I should say. And it's find the thing that you do well and stick with it. And it makes sense because he's not the first person to say that to me. But it's like Space Roach has his thing. Space Roach may not be the greatest at the game, but he's funny, he's entertaining, he's got you engaged, he's talking to you, he's got everything else he needs. He doesn't have to be amazing at the game because he is everything else.
That's why I do interviews, and I don't claim to be sweaty, because I'm not.
Oh, I'm 100% sweaty. I am a 100% try hard. I will say that I am. I get sweaty every time I play, but that's me. I love the game. It's hard for me to slow down, but I will if that's what my style of teammates is doing. But even still, I'll find myself pushing, and I'm like, shit, oops, fuck, dang it. You know, like... But, you know, like, I just want, but back to Space Roach, he's an awesome guy, and if you guys ever have any technical problems or any kind of advice, that man is an open book, and he is super awesome with giving any kind of tips, tricks, and engagement, and Wesley Snipes, man, is a genius behind the computer on all those overlays, and his freaking pod overlay is awesome. He made those. Those are so cool. I can't even fathom how to start doing something like that.
I just like, sit there in awe, and I'm like, I'm never gonna try it because I swear I'll die of frustration.
And then you got people like Common Ground Gaming, man. That dude is a genius. He turns all of these old games that we used to play on consoles, and he turns them into VR-compatible games to where you can play them in VR.
I'm waiting for him to do Zelda, man. I'm waiting. Get me Breath of the Wild. I would die for that.
Give him some suggestions. I guarantee he'll make some of them work. Like, he is
it's just
genius.
not a horror game, you know?
If anybody in any of these streams, either mine or hers, has not checked out Common Ground Gaming, you have to. The man is absolutely amazing, and he's working on his followers people for Partner right now too. He's getting up there, so let's get him some more traction there too. He's an amazing content creator.
Let's talk about your follows. You've recently hit a smaller a milestone. You're trying to go for more.
There,
where are you
I'm
at?
Definitely building. I got the 300.
Yay! Yep. So
that 24-hour stream is really what did it. I made the 24-hour stream because I hit my 250. And that was my goal. I had that in the goal settings for like some months now, and finally we hit it. So I was like, I'm a man of my word, I'll do it. And from then till like, I don't know, yesterday, it was not even a full week. It's been like 3 days and 50 followers from that. And I was like, yes!
Beautiful. Yes. Well, in this great push that we're getting, everybody's getting this push that you're either feeling it, as, you know, it comes in for you naturally, the organic way, or it comes from a raid, but the community of content creators is being very sharing and caring right now, and trying to make sure,
and I love that.
Yes, and trying to reach everybody involved, trying to touch everybody involved, whether, you know, whether you choose to be one whole or you believe that there's certain silos and groups, whatever have you, each streamer is getting a little bit of attention and love and sharing. And if you're one of those that feels like you're not, all you got to do is like just say, hey, can I get a raid?
Right, and they do it. We have been, everybody, like whenever I get raided by any of the big guys, because they do it, they've done it quite frequently for me as of late, which has been super awesome, and I thank them every time. Like we're in a big group chat together, and I've been a part of the VR collaborator, you know, coalition, whatever you got going on, since the beginning of it, and I think that it's been such an awesome little community. Those guys are like brothers to me. We all stick together, we help each other out, and we have people that are in there from, you know, like just starting and just getting our pages off the ground, to people who do this for a full-time living. And even like even people in Facebook, like it's such an awesome community to push this content for Facebook and virtual reality, and I was happy and lucky to be a part of that and actually stay a part of that group even through my break.
Yep.
And now they're showing me more love than I could have asked for, and so I always try to pass it on. I always try to make sure that anybody that's out there that's streaming on the Pop One, streaming Pop One on Facebook, of course, because I have streamed Facebook, I can't raid Twitch. But anybody streaming Pop One, I always go for the lowest viewer, and I'll raid that person whenever I get off. Always the person with the lowest viewers, because I remember when I'd have a regular of 1, 2, 5 people, and all of a sudden I'd look at it and I got 50 people, 60 people, 80 people. That's such an adrenaline rush.
It is.
That is a morale boost from God. Like,
yep.
You
Agreed.
it doesn't matter how many people came in with it. Seeing your numbers jump like that is a feeling you can't display to other people. Only you know it if you've had it. Like, so I try to pass that on as much as I can. And I think there are a lot of great content creators out there that just haven't got their foot yet. And that's all they need sometimes, is that little extra push. Like a perfect example is Miss Lady. Miss Lady, she is awesome. I think she is so great. She is funny. I love the fact she sits there and sings. We have a musical match planned sometime soon. I don't have it set in stone, but it's going to happen, where we're going to play and we're going to sing the entire time, and it's going to be awesome. Like,
I can't wait.
I'm so excited.
Oh my gosh, I can't
excited.
wait. Hopefully you guys have a lot to drink.
She's great. She's great peoples. You know, you got Misery is funny as hell. She is funny. Funny. I need one of her stickers because I like funny people. And
Misery, are you still in here? If you are, get this guy a sticker. He's name dropping you. Come on, give him a sticker.
I need one of them stickers. I want the headshot, bitch. I want that one. That is beautiful. It's beautiful.
Perfect. All right. We're going to get back into these questions now. Let's talk about the skin choice. This is one that is on your logo. This is one that I see you in every time. Is this your favorite skin?
Yes, I have to say that Vlad is definitely my favorite skin.
Okay.
He is also my most legendary and earliest bought skin as well.
Okay. Beautiful. Vlad is known as one of the scarier skins now when you drop into a lobby as a noob and you're like, oh, shit. So, yeah, it's beastly. And if you could create a skin, tell Big Box right now, what should they create?
I want a banana.
Me too! Yay!
I want a banana.
That's 2 for the banana.
A half-peeled banana in shorts.
That's awesome.
And I want them to be cargo shorts with like a utility belt, like give them an ammo belt or whatever, make them like Rambo banana. That's what I want.
Well, then I want a lady banana where it's peeled all the way down, that the peels are a skirt.
Yes.
And maybe some awkward coconuts up top.
That would be perfect. I want a banana, though. I definitely think, I will say, I think that they need some more animal skins.
Yeah.
I think that there's enough of the streamers out there that when they stream, they have characters as their icons, like Sumachi. I'm having a brain fart right now, but we all know multiple streamers with the icons that are avatars and not them. And I think that having something more like that, or maybe even the ability to specifically sort of customize a little bit some of the characters, maybe not a lot, because you don't want people using colors and stuff to coordinate the team. You gotta limit it a little bit, but like to be able to customize a little more of your character or have more animal characters, I think would be cool. I would love to be able to run around as a goat.
If you started playing today is your first day, what would brand new goat want to be up to par on? What is something that the bearded goat would tell brand new noob goat to learn right away? I should say Billy, right? The bearded goat is teaching the Billy.
Yeah, little Billy kid.
Uh-huh.
I would say, that's a really good one. I would tell him, I would tell the new person, the new little Billy goat, to don't let people steer you away from the CX4.
Okay.
A lot of people show a lot of hate for the CX4, call it the noob gun. It's okay. It doesn't
I have a love-hate relationship with it.
Than the rest of them, and it is a great one-hander, learn to fly, shoot, point, so forth and so on. And usually once you start getting better with that gun, you automatically kind of start veering towards the other ones and checking them out. So
very true.
Don't let people veer you away from the CX4 because it is not as bad as people say. And don't let people trick you into thinking that the M10's not as cool as the DT because Pink Ponage said so.
That's right. Link,
Yes.
I like your name, Tyler, Omega Havocs, Cord. Thank you for being here, sharing the love, popping back and forth. I know you're in Bearded Goat as
Yes.
well. So good
Always
job, you
love
guys.
it.
That's the whole purpose. That's what you're supposed to be doing. Don't forget though to like and share the content. This is about getting more people out for the Bearded Goat, raising that 300 followers up. And his content is awesome. It's entertaining. He's got a great personality, makes funny jokes, and it's one that I watch on a regular basis now. So when I see that notification come through, I'm like, yeah. And you're one of my bigger fans. So I just want to take the moment to just say thank you because you are always there for me. So he's also
Thank you.
kind of a streamer go-to. He likes to jump into other people's and share love. So make sure you guys are finding him on Facebook and following him right now. He is live. All you got to do is either search The Bearded Goat or you can search Population 1 and it'll populate as a live channel right now.
If you go to Facebook, it is The Bearded Goat VR.
The Bearded Goat VR. There you go, guys.
Yep.
Do your job. You're doing a great job. All right.
It is. Yeah,
Let's
I try
talk.
to be like Mark and hop in everyone's streams because Mark's always showing the love, and I love that dude. He's an inspiration, man, and I can't always play, so I got to get my fix somehow. So I put people on, and I'll listen. I'm not always watching, but I'm listening, and I got you on.
Perfect. What's up, Spencer? Bearded Goat, can you share your stats with us?
I can. Let me pull it up on the computer.
Cool.
I'm all right with it. I was just looking at my stats the other day, actually. I do keep track of them. I'm not a big stat junkie or anything, but it's nice to see how the day went, the week was, so forth and so on. I don't have any daily stats right now, but my weekly stats are Garboggio. My win rate is 7.7% with my average kills of 2.5.
Okay.
13 games, 1 win. Woo woo. 32 kills.
Woo woo.
But my career is a little more favorable. Let's see. how many games do I got? I have 7,450 games played in total. I got 1,854 wins, which is not the best. However, I am in top 1,000 players in the lower 900s, but in the top 1,000 players in kills and damage for careers, because my kills is 17,671.
Woo, nice.
My damage is over 3.6 million.
Okay.
So,
very nice.
Yeah,
well,
I do like to do my damage and kills, but I don't always get the win. My win's not the best. My win rate, what's my win rate for a career?
You definitely sound like a sweaty goat. So
I am a sweaty goat for
yeah,
sure.
Yeah, mm-hmm. So you must have liked the rank placement system. Am I wrong? Did you like it or did you not like it?
I did and I didn't. I did and I didn't.
Okay.
The reason I did is because it did kind of change the game style a little bit, and it gave you something extra to push for. But the reason I didn't is because it changed the game style of play dramatically, like not just a little bit dramatically.
Okay.
And also it kind of turned me into an asshole, and I didn't like that about myself.
You are one of the people
right towards the time I needed to take my break, so a lot of personal life things were taking a play in it. But that's when I was like, you know what? No, this is not what I like, and I don't like to play for this. And I got out of it, and my buddies stuck through it with me. They were like, don't be an ass, and I was like, you're right.
Oh.
But yeah, no. Luckily, it did change me a little bit, but I'm glad it's gone. I think they could have done it better. But ultimately, I did like it. I liked the push for something else. I did like to try and push for Grand Banana. Unfortunately, I never made Grand Banana, but I made Master every time, so
nice.
I'll take it.
Very good. Congrats on that. Let's talk about some things that make you more human outside of playing VR. You have some favorites, I'm sure. You have some things that you like to eat and do and watch, and let's just talk about that. So, what is your favorite food?
My favorite food is pretty much anything edible. I really like food. I am a foodaholic. I will travel far distances for good food. And honestly, after hearing multiple people say pho is amazing. I have yet to try it, and so that's been on my list now of finding a good pho place, so that way I can go and get me some of that. But I'm a traditional American, and I gotta say, a good Jets pizza, some Jets ranch. Oh my God.
Yummy.
They put love and all sorts of goodness in that ranch. I'm telling you, it's amazing.
Yummy.
I like pizza. Pizza is a very easy go-to. Bushimi's little liquor stores. It's like a quick stop for me to grab a slice and a drink, and I can be out the door, and I don't gotta stop at a fast food place or anything.
Yeah.
Even though it's fast food. I like pizza. Pizza's delicious.
Very good. All right, let's talk about what your favorite holiday is.
Ooh, see, I have like a toss-up because I really, really, really love Halloween, but I also really, really, really like Thanksgiving.
Okay.
See, like, I like Christmas because I have kids, but I only like Christmas because I have kids, but it's also very expensive. However, Thanksgiving's got lots of food, and it still involves my children. I love food, and I really love food. You were talking to Havix about I think he said Thanksgiving as well, and you were talking about how you make food, and I was like, turducken. Turducken. If you've never had a turducken, you need to have yourself some turducken. It's a turkey with a duck and a chicken. It's all of the delicious meats.
Turducken.
I love food.
That is funny.
I love food. I do.
I love food too. We're definitely foodies. That is a term, being a foodie.
Yes, like
so.
I'm a Netflix and food guy all day. Like I can chill, watch it, put on a show, half watch it, be more interested in the fact that my sweet and sour spicy chili Doritos are absolutely amazing, and some Phillies, cream cheese or some Dean's French onion dip. Oh God.
Yummy.
I
All right.
love it.
Let's talk about Netflix. Is there a favorite movie or TV show or series that you're totally into? What would be a favorite?
Okay, so I just finished watching the show Lock and Key.
I like that one. I haven't got through it yet.
It was very good. I had watched season 1 and part of season 2 a while back.
What's up,
and
Jody?
I thought it was good, but it wasn't finished. And so I stopped, because I'm a person that once I start it, if I really like it, it's done.
Binge. Yep. Me too.
Just watch it, and it's all gone.
Me too.
I don't have it anymore to watch. I can't help it. I gotta know what happens. So I just finished that one, and that one was great. But when it comes to series and stuff, I am a pure comedy guy or sci-fi. So Rick and Morty, Harry Potter, Hobbit, Lord of the Rings.
Yep. Game of Thrones.
Got Pilgrim vs. the World. I like comedy. Yeah, comedy and sci-fi is the best way to describe it. I love just about everything in there. I haven't finished Doctor Who yet, but I've watched that on and off as well. I'm on like season 8 or 9 now.
Okay. Let's talk about furry friends. Not the one on your face, the ones that crawl around that are critters. Do you have any pets?
Okay. I do. I have a dog. She is a golden retriever. And her name is Miss Lady.
Aww.
And she is the most adorable, gentle, lovey ball of fur in the entire Milky Way.
I love it.
She is a lover dog, and I've had her since she was a baby, and she is trained to my needs, if you will. I don't like loud noises. I'm not, as much as I can do headphones, loud sudden noises like barks and stuff, they bother me. I don't know why I can't get past it. But she knows. So she gives the little light, she will bark if she has to, she does, but she knows I'm not a fan of it. So if she doesn't have to, she won't. She'll
do the little talk instead, the little
yips and the barks or whatever. She gives me the nudges.
Yeah.
She's really good at just getting my attention by shoving her whole head into my hand, and she's like, "This is what you're doing now."
Pet me.
Like.
Aww. Ryo, thanks for that follow.
She's a dog that I can walk around with without a leash, and she will book it, and then I just go, "Where are you going?" And she's like, "Nowhere." does a little Yui and comes back, and she's like, "I was just stretching my legs, Dad."
Aww.
I
love that.
The best dog I could have asked for.
Perfect. Well, let's talk about if I think you prefer coffee, energy drink, tea, or soda. We leave beer and drinks out of this one. I also leave water out of it. Maybe I should add it. There's a lot of water drinkers out there, which is great. You guys are healthy. I like it. But for you... Well, this is where I do some stereotyping, and
I just want to say also before you guess, in my streams, if you've really paid attention, in my streams over the past couple of days, I have said it to you.
He's calling me out, you guys. Oh my God, did I write it down anywhere? No, I'm just kidding.
I've said it a couple of times actually. I was like, if you're in here. This is it right here.
Oh my goodness, then I'm gonna probably get it wrong, but I'm gonna guess. I feel like you are a coffee drinker. Nope. Oh God. I didn't see it. Okay.
No, I am the energy drink guy.
Oh, you are.
Yep.
Somebody told me they were energy drinks. I wonder.
Drinks. Monsters.
Okay. I wonder if I heard it because and it didn't register because I was popping through there were 20 streamers on at one time on one of these recent days, and you were one of them. I know you were. It was I mean, it was the full list of genre of everyone I've pretty much interviewed, all live at the same time. And as I'm popping in, I'm like, follow, share, follow, share, follow, share.
Yeah.
And like, then I round back around in my other, profile so I could do it again and do it again, do it again. Yeah, so I think you mentioned it and it didn't register. So, energy drink.
I am a big fan of energy drinks, yes.
Okay.
And I know they're excuse me.
He's coughing up an energy drink.
I know they're absolutely, yeah, I hit that pen a little too hard. I know they're absolutely terrible for me, but I was blessed with a very high, fast metabolism, and
nice.
I'm just always doing everything in a speedy, fast motion. I'm fast at everything that I do, so my metabolism is very quick, so luckily I don't retain a lot of that stuff, I think. But I know I'm getting to that point in age. I'm 32 now. I'm getting to that point where I know I need to start slowing it down because it's going to start doing the damage on the old, immortal ticker here.
Pretty soon you're going to have to see a regular doctor, and the doctor's going to be like, what's your diet?
And I'm going to be like, diet? I see food, I eat it.
Right, exactly. My diet is everything.
It's so funny because I met my girlfriend in March, and one of the things that I've talked with her, and she constantly reminds me that she remembers, is that food is the key to my heart. I love food, and monsters and food. So like my ideal thing is like a big old fucking pizza with Jet's bottle of ranch and a big old monster. Like absolutely terrible food, but that's the best stuff.
Mine is also food and favors, like just wash the dishes, and I come home and I'm like,
Yeah, no, I am the clean one out of the two of us, and she is not dirty by any means. She's not disorganized by any means, but I have that OCD, everything in its place and has its place personality that I was like, don't even worry about the cleaning. If you cook, it's game on. We'll get everything else.
It was like that for me until the baby started walking, and now I feel like I'm letting some of that go. Because I'm just like, there's a dirty clothes over there, and there's toys over there, and I'm just going to go to bed. At the end of the day,
they got to put some stuff in their mouth to get that immunity up. I mean, of course, don't let them stick the toilet bristle brush in their mouth.
Well, he had Reaper's toe in his mouth today. Ew.
I'll tell you what, my 7-year-old daughter did that, okay?
Ew.
So 7 years old, still biting on her toenails. The kids are going to do what they're going to do. They're gross. They're just gross. We got to let them be gross and learn that it's gross and to stop doing it.
Oh,
it is
God.
what it is.
All right. I'm going to guess whether or not I believe you are a rage quitter, yes or no.
Listen.
I feel like I could seriously answer yes here. I feel like I could, but I also feel like there's some circumstances to it. So you have this go-lucky personality, but I feel like the answer is yes here.
Yes, I have totally rage quit before, and not in the complete sense of like left the match, turned the game off, and walked away from the system or whatever. But I have 100%
gone back to the lobby.
Yeah, going back to the lobby. I'm not doing the long truck all the way across the map. Especially like one of my biggest things is like if two of us are going here, like we all podded. We're all in pods, okay? And we're coming from over there. We make it to here. A team drops over here, but you decide to go all the way to Frontier. We're battling with them here for 2 minutes before we die, and you're still in Frontier.
Yep. Let me tell you guys, if you're that person that travels all the way out there, the key is if your teammates drop and you're not comfortable with the hot drop, short pod. At least short pod. Which means take the pod out a little bit and drop. Yeah. Don't ride it all the way out.
The other thing people like to do is they're like, here, come to me. Pop, 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 and then stop. Don't do that. Don't do that. Just don't shoot at them. Just sit there and say, come to me. We heard you.
Yep.
We heard that.
Yep, don't give away your position.
So, yeah. But I will 100% say that I've totally done that before, too.
Okay.
I'm like, come to me, I got you guys. Blah, 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 blah. So, I get it.
Res me when you get here.
Yeah. That's the other thing, too, is I'm a big pusher on reses. If I can get you up, I may not always know you're down, because I get in the heat of the battle sometimes. But if I can get you up, even if I hear flying coming in at me, as long as I can get you up in that last second, I'll pull out my sword. We'll go together. But I'm gonna try to get you up. I don't want to do that run around and have you follow me around as a ghost, unless it's really helpful. I've had ghost situations be extremely helpful before. If you're gonna do that, that's cool too. Then we're planning it together. But I don't like running around in a black and white screen. I don't want anybody else to have to do that.
Well,
so
there's
I try to push reses as quick as I can.
There's sweats and there's like tactical players. I'm like the analytical player. I'm the best third there is. I am not a sweat. I'm going to be there to back up the two sweats that I'm playing with. But I like to run the analytics in my head the whole time, where I'm constantly like, I'm down, we're both down, there's another one over at the tower, there's another, like, always running the res, like, that's how I play.
You would be the ideal third for us, too. See, my ideal team consists of one other pusher that's gonna push with me, but is okay with mid-range, and then that mid to long-range opper who's decent with that op. Go ahead and hit that 75 to 90 on them while he's going into the building, while I'm right behind him to go in and finish that kill off. And I got my other buddy there in case he's running to another portion of his team. And,
or I'm the one that's always watching the two pushers, and I'm triangling myself so that I know if you guys don't make it, I'm safe. If you do make it, I have the shot as they come out.
Yeah, it's about tacticking and stuff like that. I'm terrible at always looking around and knowing where the rest of my team is. I'm terrible at that. I'll be the first to admit that I am terrible at always knowing where my team is.
So is Reaper.
What's that?
So is Reaper. I'm like, dude, look at where we
though.
are on the map, dude. And he's like way over there.
I try to pay attention when I pull out my map. When you see me in stream and I do my quick map pull out, I'm usually looking at where I'm located, and like, because I'll look to there and then I'll look to see how far away
you are from your others.
My teammate is, because I don't want to stand there and look around and try and find him, because like if they're anywhere past the hay bales over there, they might not show up through all the layers as that little blue figure. So there's been so many times where I've been downed and I'm looking around, I'm like, where are you guys? And they're like way out of view because they're too far away.
Chris Span, the Red Legend in the house, interviewing here, the Bearded Goat. We are getting down.
We need to do a fundraiser for you, Mark. We need to get you that quest too. We can't be having you be one of the best supporters of Pop 1
what
and
happened
all of us
to
streamers, and you only have a quest 1, bro. We need to get you playing quest.
I didn't know that. I thought he had a 2. Woohoo!
I didn't know either. I didn't know either, but we need to make sure that happens. I'm gonna talk to the boys. We'll see what we can do, buddy. We can see what we can do.
Miss Misery was great at getting Ebion his quest, so maybe she has some tips or pointers. So yeah, she did it in like one stream.
I think out of everybody, Mark is definitely one of the best supporters. I talk about him all the time, and I'm gonna talk about him 100 times more. Mark is one of my favorite supporters because he's in everybody's stream. He loves the game. It's not about the streamers for him. It's about the game. He loves the game, and the streamers are the present package that comes along with the game for him.
Absolutely.
And I think that is absolutely amazing. The guy will sit there and watch everybody's stream and couldn't even play the game for the first half of the time he was watching everybody's streams. Now he can and now he can't, and that sucks. So we need to do something for Mark as the Pop 1 community, I think, because Mark has done so much for us.
In the works, Mark. In the works. All right, sticky question for you. Maybe, maybe not. Who is your favorite streamer to watch? And thank you for that goat sound. Thanks, babe.
Yeah. I have a couple. I have a couple of people that I really like.
Sure,
to watch.
yeah, let's do the couple.
TipsyTrixie is pretty freaking fantastic. Her interviews are always awesome. I think they're super educational. I've learned a little bit about the game and a lot about the individuals from every single one of your interviews.
Awesome.
And I think that that's super awesome. I think that that's important for the game, not just gameplay, but more about the people playing it. I think that's absolutely needed, and I'm glad you hopped on that.
Yay.
I love watching Space Roach because he's so engaged and he's all about having fun. And if you guys haven't seen Space Roach's Left 4 Dead streams, they are the funniest thing in the world. A bunch of Zoidbergs and stuff running around as he's shooting everybody with the lovey-dovey cat gun. And yes, he's fantastic.
Is that the one where he was like fighting a hamburger or something?
Yes, yeah. Yep, that was another one. That's like, another mod. Like, he does so many silly things like that, and I think that's
I watched it and like my mouth dropped. Silly. I was like, "What the shit am I watching?"
He's like, "No, go away, hamburgers!" It's too funny. And he does a lot of that stuff too. Like, he's so smart. He is so smart, and he's a family dude. Like, he's a respectful guy. He's smart. He's loyal to his friends. He helps people that need him. I think that's important to the streamers and the community is the contributions like that. And so Space Roach is definitely one of my favorite streamers. If I had to put somebody else out there, I'm going to tell you right now, Salt Killer. Salt Killer, I just discovered her. I don't know where she's been my entire life.
Yeah.
But I need more of her in my life.
Oh,
she is
nice call out.
Awesome. She is funny. Her toilet icon.
Her toilet talking.
Who thinks of that stuff? Yeah. She's genius, and she is my kind of people.
She's been trying out different ones.
She hopped into our private lobbies today, in Token Tuesday. She hopped in for a little bit. She never heard about it, and I was in her stream, and I was like, you need to come. Come hang out with us and have fun. And
I liked her talking banana. She had a talking banana before the toilet, and that was my favorite.
Yes. Yeah. She's brilliant. I think, and I was just talking with her about those too. Like, when you find your niche, she's like, that's my thing. And I was like, when you find your niche, you stick with it. Yep. I was like, do all sorts of random ones and stuff. She was talking about the banana one she's got and a couple other ones. I was like, just keep doing that. I was like, that's funny to me, especially with you like the ooh sounds that actually like curls the front of the toilet
mouth.
lips and stuff. Like, it's funny. Like, I think that stuff's funny.
Tell me about your Token Tuesdays. For everybody who's watching who may not know about it, share in detail now what those are.
All right. I'm super excited about this. Okay, so Token Tuesdays, you do not have to be token to participate in our Tuesday fun. Okay? Token Tuesday is just the day that us and the Population 420 group, bunch of stoners that get together, but there are people in there that are not stoners. I'd like to stress that enough, because you do not have to partake.
Well, it could also be token as in JR token, huh?
Yes. You know? So we get together every Tuesday at 3:30 Eastern and 8 or 8:30 Eastern for 2 separate private lobbies.
Okay.
And what we do is we just get together, we do random game modes, usually like High Fling, Magnum, Seiko, one-shot kills, sword matches, blades and nades. We're working on other games like hide and seek and things like that. We've incorporated tag a couple of times. Like the floor is lava. We do all sorts of fun stuff like that, and it's just all of us getting together and playing private lobbies and having fun.
Okay.
The later lobby is usually the more chilled, fun. A lot more people can partake, and it's usually a full lobby, and it's just all sorts of fun shenanigans. You don't even have to be a part of the Population 420 page to be a part of the rooms. It's always hosted by Dino Duck. Unless something arises, then usually I'll host it. But Duck is always the hoster of it, Chris Gattensby. And I always say an S in his name, and there's no S in his name, but that's just how I say it. and I butcher everybody's name, and I hope nobody ever gets offended by that. But like, I call Havix Hovix on a regular basis. Even there, like, I just can't talk. I think that's just what it is. I just have a problem talking when I get excited. But the private lobbies are something we do every Tuesday, and it's just a way for us to all be able to get together, and we don't have to try hard to do anything. We can if you want to. I'm always a try hard. I always play and have fun. But
Okay.
like, that's where I get a lot of my fun clips from and stuff, because like we're having fun, we're doing goofy things, and so goofy things or weird things or awesome things happen, and you catch them.
Okay.
And so like it's an absolute fun place to eat. Half the time Chris is just sitting somewhere in a corner eating, and he lets people have his free kill. So like that's how it goes. It's just a fun place to hang out and everybody chill. It's always open mic so everybody can talk, and it's a lot of fun.
Is there anybody that you would like to thank that helped you set up your stream or allows you the time to play both in or outside the game?
Okay, I have a lot of names for this.
Okay.
So I've one of the biggest ones I gotta say is Chris Gattenby. Thank you, bud, because he is one of the biggest supporters. He's a mod on my page. He's been one of the best friends that I never got to meet and will meet eventually. My friend from across the pond, if you will. He's always been my go-to guy. If he is online, I'll play with him, and we don't have to win to have fun. And that's what I like about playing with Chris, is that we don't have to win. Sometimes we can get on a losing streak and we can both lose motivation, but at the end of the day, we're still having fun with the bull crap we talk back and forth with each other and stuff like that. So Chris, absolutely. Tom Riley, Atomic Bubbles. Another big supporter, big person in my group of friends who are just maybe not so much help with the stream, but he's like in there watching, of course, and shares and likes and stuff like that. But just a friend, a good friend, a good person, is just great heart, good soul. Him and his wife, the Squires, she's amazing. They're great peoples, and some of the most kind-hearted peoples I have ever had the pleasure of communicating with. Space Roach VR and Wesley Snipes both are and Common Ground Gaming and Mad Daz are all big contributors. Big shout out to Mad Daz today, because of this update and how I go through streaming the game. I couldn't play Pop 1. I wasn't getting anything to load up. It was loading on my PC and not in my headset. And I messaged Daz, and I loaded up TeamViewer, and Daz played with my computer, and he's like, put your headset on, and it worked. And I was like, thank you.
He did the same thing for me multiple times. Yep. In
absolutely
dire
amazing.
situations, yes.
I love the fact that, like, he doesn't even care to try and explain it to you either. He's like, it's gonna take me a lot longer to explain it to you, just let me do it. I can get it done in a minute.
Thank you.
like he'll explain it to you if you want to know, but he's just like, I'll do it for you because it'll take me 30 seconds.
He explains it to me, and I'm like, that's making me nauseous. You can stop now.
He's so smart. Lots of people. Laura Crawford, that's my cakes. That's my woman. She's always hopping in the stream. She's been super patient with me in real life, because my life is not at the top like it used to be. I'm not as well off as I used to be, but I'm working on it, and I'm getting there, and I've made progress. And I spent the past year trying to be self-employed and self-efficient, and unfortunately it hasn't worked out as well as I would hope. So I have to go back to going to the normal grind and making things work that way. But she's been super supportive the entire time. I haven't felt any kind of judgment about it, and so like I said, that's new to me. I'm used to being the money bags and the one that supports everything. So it's super nice to know that she's not. That was always a worry, that they were there for that, and to know that she's here for me. She likes me for me, because I ain't got much else. So right now, and she likes me for me. So I like that.
Aww.
I like that. I appreciate her for that.
Thank you, Laura. All right. Most important question of the stream, of all the streams, you already know what I'm going to ask you. So, what's the answer?
I don't know.
Everybody wants to know. Everybody needs to know. Boxers, briefs, or commando when you're playing VR?
I don't know. Do I tell you guys? Do I leave you guys wondering?
Hey,
I don't know. It's a little personal for my taste.
Oh, it sounds
All right,
a little
so,
commando to me.
I'll give you a slight story about this.
Okay.
When I first started
Story
streaming,
with it.
when
Yeah.
I first started streaming, I used to not wear a
Thanks,
shirt
Nightmare.
because I'm a sweat and I get hot. And I want to say the word is ostracized.
Yeah.
By my streamer buddies telling me to put on a damn shirt. And I was upset about it. They said you need to put on a shirt. Nobody wants to see your man boobies. And they made me feel some type of way about it. So I started putting on a shirt. But I will say I wear briefs. But if I had it my way, I would be completely commando while playing.
Okay. Good stuff. And you can go shirtless whenever you want, man. Just don't feel any certain type of way about it.
I see some people's doing it now. I'm not fat. I'm not chunky. I just got a little bit of boobage. You can't judge me for my look. I'm comfortable. I like food.
Nightmare, thanks for that raid. Thanks for those likes, Dustin and Husnain. Husnain, is that how you say it? Sorry if I didn't say it right.
Oh shoot, I got one too. Someone did me a favor. Look at you guys. Thank you very much.
Just gotta look down and the magic happens. We are in the final questions of our interview here with the Bearded Goat. Thank you for popping in. The final questions, we're gonna start right now. Talk a little bit about the stuff that makes me really nauseous. The technical setup. What are your surroundings, your stream setup, your programs? Do you have a green screen? What kind of quest do you use? What kind of cable if you use one? Share all those deets.
Okay, so I've wanted to go green screen route for a while. Just haven't been able to pull it off just yet. However, I do play through Oculus Link. So I have a cord that's attached and run up above my head. I have multiple little, little key card extender pulleys.
Yep.
I have multiple of those on my ceiling that drape it over to my computer. I play through Steam and through Revive because I have an account through Steam and I have an account through Oculus. My Oculus account is clearly higher than my Steam account because I hadn't played the Steam account very often. The Steam account I had only used a couple of times when I did a couple of the beta tests. So my Steam account's only at like level 12, I think. And I didn't want to do that grind again. So when I found out that I can use Revive, I went through that process. But now every time there's an update, I have to have Daz come and take over my computer and fix everything because I don't know what I'm doing.
He's like, this guy again.
Yep. At least he knows. He knows.
Oh, Wesley is in the house. His ears must have been burning. Wesley, you have been getting call out after call out after call out. This dude is thankful for you.
We rocking it. I'm comfortable. That's what I call it. I call it my cushion.
Mm-hmm.
Call it my cushion.
All right. His Steam account, insert picture of Snoop Dogg. Aw, what's up, Jamie? Thanks for being here, you guys.
Let's go.
Anything more on your setup?
No, I do use Knoxbot. I use Knoxbot. That's the only thing I have to turn that
For
on.
your sounds.
And I always forget to turn it on. Yep.
Me too.
I always forget to turn it on until I look in chat and someone tried to use one of the commands and I was like, oh, hold on. Let me go and
Try it
turn that
again.
on. So, yep,
Very
there
cool.
you go. It's fixed.
Okay.
But I'm just getting in the habit of turning that on now, so that should hopefully be started now every time I go to stream.
Perfect. Everybody has to make the decision when you jump into a game. You hit the lobby, and then they drop you into the platform. Hot drop or pod? Well, how do you make your decision?
It would depend on the location.
Okay.
I guess if we have the most direct route down, and I'm with people that are okay with dropping, I'll drop. If I notice a pattern that my team likes to pod, I'll automatically just go towards the pod unless somebody says something before I get there. And if they're already like, we're dropping, then I do the short pod thing. Like, I'll pull for short pod. My favorite place to hot drop is Defiance area, right on the edge there by like when you have the side of Complex and Metropolis.
Yeah.
Or Kingdom.
Mm-hmm.
Kingdom by Witch's Tower. I
Yep.
like that side.
One of my favorite. Yep. Mm-hmm. Cemetery and Witch's Tower, my favorite drops. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Okay. In your opinion, who is the best Pop 1 player today?
Ooh. Okay, so I know I have seen some Tech 9 footage. I know Tech 9 is definitely one of the best players. However, he doesn't play in pub lobbies, and I think that he would probably come in and wreck in some pub lobbies too. But I think pub lobbies display more of a chance of unexpected than comps do, because comps, you know what your enemy's going to do. They're going to sit and play the safe card, or you know, certain things, whereas pubs are more random. People are doing random stuff like pin dropping and stuff like that, so you encounter things like that. I think if it came down to me having to give somebody that title, and it wasn't just like a person that's cracked and does one thing and only plays one style, I would probably say Wachu. I think he is an amazing player. I think he's well-rounded. He plays with randos. He's smart. He's known in the community. He's one of those forces to be reckoned with. When you do manage to kill him, you feel damn good about it. You know, like I think I would say I would put him up there for sure. And I don't want to put some of those other people that know that they are the best and things like that, because
that is
fair. To me it takes more than just being really good at the game to being the best, to be the best at the game. You have to be more well-rounded, prepare for your noobish teammates, and you know, things like that. And I think Wachu is got that in the bag. He's
fair.
A great player and person for the community as well.
Last question for you. Do you have a proudest achievement or a moment that you'd like to share? Something that is either like, you know, one of your biggest sweaty moments, or a person that you met, or a way that you met them in Pop 1. What would you share for that answer?
Hey Wes, thanks for the stars. I think right now, just recently, I broke my 300, and I have been super proud of the progress that the Bearded Goat VR page has made recently, and it's a dream of mine to be able to be at home and play my favorite games and make content and make friends and go to do meetups and stuff like that. Like I don't get opportunities like that in my everyday life. And so my page is very meaningful to me, and it growing the way that it has only made me want to push harder at how awesome this game is and the community is, and making content and being involved more with the rest of the streamers and the community, because everybody's sticking together, and sticking together is going to be the way of making this game great and making all of our dreams as streamers come true, whatever they may be, becoming huge followers and big name people, or just being able to make ends meet because you play a video game, and you know, like whatever those dreams are, having those dreams come true, I think. And I feel that my page has been on the way there, and the recognition, the love the people have been given has just been absolutely amazing, and I can't thank everybody enough for that, because during my break I lost a lot of motivation for streaming, and my life was like really crumbling. And when I got back into the community, it was like it didn't miss a beat. Everybody was there, and everybody was like, you know, where you been? We missed you. And it was the love came right back in, and I'm glad to be back a part of it again. Because you guys are really a big reason why I keep motivated. more than I can explain.
Perfect. Well, thank you, the Bearded Goat. Last and most important piece of this interview is to share with us exactly where we can find all of your content and the exact spelling of where to find you.
If you go to Facebook and type in The Bearded Goat VR, you will find me. And that is where all of my content is. I do have a YouTube, and that is just The Bearded Goat. You can find some content there, but it's not as poppin' as the Facebook page. You gotta check out the Facebook page, because that is where everything is.
Okay, beautiful. Are you gonna stay live and keep playing after this? Taking a break? Gonna get on live later?
No, I'm gonna keep it going. I'm gonna go into some squads for a little bit. I think we got some more private lobbies coming in here shortly. So
lovely. Well, I'm gonna let you get back to your thing then. Everybody say goodbye on my end to the Bearded Goat. If you are on my end and you'd like to go watch more of his content, jump over. He's gonna stay live on Facebook. That's your job right now. Yeah. Yep. And yeah, Bearded Goat. I hope to see you in another lobby where I can hopefully, kill you again, or you can get your vengeance on me.
Next time I'm not going to be as friendly.
I know.
The interview is over, so
third time's not going to be a charm. Dang it.
I owe you one.
Have a good night. I'll be in your stream. Have a good one.
All right, take it easy. Bye.
Bye. Thank you, everybody, for joining the TipsyTrixie Takeover. Thank you so much for being here and helping me share the content for the Bearded Goat. What a great guy. I do have an interview coming up on Thursday with Yoshi Bear. If you guys don't know about Yoshi Bear, you could search him up. I'm going to share the content and information for you guys on Thursday, so join me then. Other than that, just a big heavy thank you for taking your time out of your day to join into my live stream, and hopefully you guys will catch me and I'll catch you on the flip side. I'm going to send you guys off to somebody who is in need of some love. Let's see here who we've got. I got somebody to send you guys to. I've sent you to him before. I hope you guys will stick around and like and share the content. Make sure you're following if you don't. Enjoy. Green Dragon 1 Gaming. Here we go, guys. For those of you guys over on Twitch, I have not figured out how to raid yet, so I guess you're going to have to leave me and maybe go to, let's see here, go to somebody else who's live on it right now who could potentially be, let's see, if I knew how to raid, I would send you to the Coffee Bacon. That's who I would send you to. Okay, guys, have a good one.